This is a training portion on how to send the monthly newsletter. So as soon as you log into MailChimp, which is where we send our newsletters from, this is the page that you're going to be sent to. So what you're going to do is press templates. And I'd actually usually start with Adam's template, but I'm going to actually go to Alan's this time. So what we're going to do is just replace a few things. This program really slows down the computer. Okay, so we're going to keep the header because it just stays the same every month. But the things that we're going to replace are both here and on and this right here. Now, some agents do videos, others do not. If they do a video, then it's essentially the same concept, but I'll show you later in the video how to do that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click on here and you're going to press replace. Now here I've already inputted the new month's poster, but usually what you would do is that you can actually pull it up here and then you see September 2018. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. You're just going to drag and drop that into there. And then you can see it upload, and then that will enter into here, and then it'll be accessible for you to use. Now, it automatically, because I just uploaded it, it automatically replaced it, and there it is. Now, in this portion right here, you're going to actually come up with this based off of both the poster and the video that Adam does every month. So, say for example, this is us replacing his. What we're going to do is we're going to actually go back to where we were. You can do that by pressing the monkey, and then you can press templates. Again, wait for it to load a little bit. Alright, and then we're going to go down to this right here. Now, here is our current newsletter. This is all up to date, but I'll show you. So, I'm going to click this right here. And you can see his poster is down below, and so you're going to do the same thing. But say if you wanted to replace this YouTube video, all you're going to do is replace the URL. So go to the video on our YouTube page that you want to be put into the newsletter, and you'll just essentially put it in with putting the new URL there. Now this, you can edit on this screen, and then it'll auto-populate to this screen right here. So I've already edited it for this month, but basically you can just listen to the video and what he says, just copy a little synopsis of what he's saying. So the market is still strong, and then what to do if you're a seller, what to do if you're a buyer, and then he'll give a few little other points. This month had to do with how we had actually a record-breaking month for our team in amount of closings, and then telling people to reach out to us for their real estate needs. Now if we go back to where we were again, I'm just going to press the back button this time. Next I'm going to show you how to actually send off the template now that we have edited it. So we're going to go to Alan's template again because that's the one that still needs to be sent off. And when you're here, you're going to just double check that everything is correct. And that's essentially why we're going back to it right now. If it would load. Okay, so you want to make sure that yes, it is the month of September, and this is the September newsletter because all of the posters look pretty similar. Well, obviously the stats on them are different, but they all have the same sort of pictures and visuals, and so you want to make sure that the date is correct and you did replace it, and make sure that this did load and that that's replaced. And if there were a video in here, you would want to make sure that, for example, it was the right video that you would put in there, so you're not sending out, a bad newsletter that's not correct. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go, I clicked that monkey, and then we're going to go back to the home page, and then I'm going to press campaigns. Once we're to the campaign portion, what we're waiting for is this button right here where it says create campaign. More stuff is usually loaded right here, but this program, oh, there it is. This program tends to bog it down a little bit. So we're going to press create campaign, and you're going to press email. because, well, it's an email campaign. And from there, you're going to put in September. Oh, as you can see, I've already sent a few of them off. So it's going to be September 2018 market update. Press begin. And then you're going to click add recipients. Choose a list. And for each agent other than Adam, they're actually going to have 2 lists that you're going to send off. I'm going to start with one and then I'll go to the other. The first one is Alan past clients. Second one is Alan Spear. As you can see, all of the agents have 2. David past clients, David Spear. This one is Adam's because top producer, export. And we don't need to differentiate between his, but as you'll see, everyone's is separated. So, like I was saying, we're going to do Alan past clients first, and then press save. And then the from, this should usually be the same, but just double check that yes, it is Alan that it's going from, and it's alan@advocatehg.com. And that is all correct. If you need to edit it, obviously you press that button to do so. Okay, now for the subject, it's going to be September 2018 real estate market update. That's just what I'm going to do for this month. Feel free to change it up if you'd like. Sometimes I'll do something, say if there was something shocking that happened in the market, I'll say a shocking thing in the Arizona real estate market or something like that, and just to change it up a little bit and catch people's attention. But on the preview text, I just this snippet is going to appear in the inbox after the subject line, so it's going to just be the first little verbiage that appears right before the newsletter. So I'm going to put something like, here is your September 2018 real estate market update. And that one's obviously a very simple one. You can kind of come up with other ones if there's an excuse to of something specific that happened in the market. That's a general one that you could always use. Next, you're going to press design email. And as you saw before, we already had edited the templates, and that's what makes this portion super easy. So you're going to go to saved templates, and then you're going to click Alan's, because obviously we're sending out Alan's newsletter right now. And let it load a little bit. The system really slows this down, but essentially what you would do is that same newsletter, and it's popping up, is going to pop up right here, and you're just going to double check that yes, all of the information is correct, and this is the newsletter that you want to send. If you did need to edit something, say if you read through this and you saw a spelling error, you could edit it, but just on the other saved template, it's not going to auto-populate to that portion. So it looks good to us, so we're just going to press save and close right here in this bottom right corner. The blue button, and let it load a little bit. And then this just basically lets you oversee all of that. And it all looks correct to us, so that's when we press send. And then send now is just a confirmation, and it will send to them. And we're going to let it load, wait for that final confirmation, and perfect. The campaign is set. And there we go. And you're going to do that same thing for every agent, and remember to send it to both of their lists.